Does he who implanted the eye not see? Does he who implanted the ear not hear? This is in Psalm 94, verse 9. I'm here to talk about Trayvon Martin and the not guilty verdict for George Zimmerman. First of all, I want to say that I am deeply sad about the loss for the parents again, because they have gone through so much. The father, the mother, the stepmother, the brother, all their family, they've gone through a whole lot just to be let down by our justice system. It's unfortunate that our justice system seems to favor the rich or those who are well off or those who are well connected, and a lot of times it goes against those who are of color or those who are non-white. So that's the reality of it. I want to share another passage. It's in Exodus chapter 3. This is one of my favorite passages. It says, this is when Moses encountered God at the Mount Sinai, when Moses first was at the burning bush. And this is what God said to Moses. I have indeed seen the misery of my people in Egypt. I have heard them crying out because of their slave drivers, and I am concerned about their suffering. So I have come down to rescue them from the hand of the Egyptians, and to bring them out of that land into a good and spacious land, a land flowing with milk and honey, the home of the Canaanites, Hittites, Amorites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites. And now the cry of the Israelites has reached me, and I have seen the way the Egyptians are oppressing them. So now go, I am sending you to Pharaoh to bring my people, the Israelites, out of Egypt. And the reason I wanted to look at this passage is because it says that God hears the cries of the people. He's concerned about their suffering. He's concerned about the fact that they are oppressed. And I really believe that God totally, it's not even a doubt in my mind that God sees everything all over the world that is not right with how we treat each other. And it's not just the loss of Trayvon Martin, his life, and the fact that he did not get justice in the court system, but it's also the fact that so many young children, so many young adults are being killed because of gun violence. In the case of Trayvon Martin, the case of George Zimmerman, Trayvon Martin was an innocent young man who was walking home or walking through a neighborhood. He was accosted by a vigilante, George Zimmerman, who was told not to approach the young man, who was told not to pursue the young man. He disregarded the direction that the police officers gave him, and he pursued this young man. He said there was a battle that ensued. We are still not sure about that, but as I look at this case, I see the fact that George Zimmerman was well connected. His father was a court judge. When you look at the whole situation, you really see that Trayvon did not get the justice that he was supposed to get. But I got to reiterate, I have to remind you that God does see everything. God sees those things that do not ever get to court. God sees those situations where the victim is the only person that experienced the crime or was even knowledgeable of the crime. That there are many crimes that are going on throughout the world and throughout the U.S. that are uncovered that people don't even know are crimes. But God sees all. It says that He has implanted the ear and the eyes, so He can see all, He can hear all, and there will be justice eventually for all those things that have gone the way that they should not have gone.